Yo, what's poppin' YouTube? What's poppin' Instagram? This is your boy Des the King, and we are back with King Talk TV. Man, it's been a while since I did it. Been kind of busy, all type of stuff in life, all that. But we're back on here with King Talk TV, and it's been a while, since I done it. But I'm reading this book called The Way of the Superior Man. And I just wanted to get on and talk about, I'm about to bring my homie Fernandez on, and we're going to have a short discussion on that. But before I bring him on, just want to give an introduction. If you're watching this on YouTube, this is pre-recorded live on my Instagram. So if you want to catch these live, please follow me on Instagram at Des the King. I'll leave the link below in the description. And if you enjoy this content, please like and subscribe. I am a YouTuber, Instagram vlogger, all that, and just trying to spread a good message, positive message for all my brothers and sisters out there, and just try to do some good work for the people. That's all. So like, subscribe, follow me, and we're gonna get into it. I see my name Fernandez is on. We're gonna see what's up with him in a moment, and I see my boy Jared. What's up, bro? He's on as well. I haven't seen you in a while, big dog. Bro, I hit you up, man. Come do jiu-jitsu with us soon. But yeah, Way of the Superior Man. I haven't read the whole book. I'm kind of in the middle. But I wanted to talk about this chapter 7 in the book, which is called Your Purpose Must Come Before Your Relationship. And I just thought that was like very interesting. And it is. And I didn't want to talk about it by myself because I'm in a relationship, but I'm not married. So I want to bring on a married guy, my man Fernandez. About to bring him on right now.
Should be on in a moment. But I appreciate y'all for joining. Hopefully you can stay for a little bit. Yo, what's up, bro?
What's up, my man? How you doing?
Long time, no see, man. How are you doing?
I've been doing good, just living life, making the best of it. You know how it is. Just, good things come, bad things come. You got to roll with the punches.
You got to, bro. You can't stop, man, because the punches are not gonna stop. You know.
Yep.
So you gotta bob and weave. You gotta bob and weave, man. But man, hey, bro, thank you for joining, man. I don't know how long this could be, So I hope if you gotta go, just let me know. You feel me? And we can go from there. But I didn't give you a heads up on this, and I wish I could have. But I don't know if you read the book, The Way of the Superior Man. Ever heard of it?
No, sir. But I will.
But right. We're gonna talk about a piece of it, man. There's a chapter in here that I thought was very interesting, and I'm glad you reached out and joined me because you are a married man, right? And how long have you been married?
So me and my girl have been together for 3 years, almost 4 years now. And obviously 2 kids. So yeah, pretty married.
Pretty married. Okay, yeah. You're definitely married, bro. You're definitely married. Now, tell me what you think about this. I'm about to read a short paragraph from the book, and I just want to get your thoughts on it. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So it says here, every man knows that his highest purpose in life cannot be reduced to any particular relationship. If a man prioritizes his relationship over his highest purpose, he weakens himself, disserves the universe, and cheats this woman of an authentic man who can offer her full, undivided presence. What do you think about that?
Some deep stuff right there.
It is pretty deep, man.
Yeah.
It is. That's what I thought.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to say, First, so you must be getting you in a relationship or what's going on because you getting into some stuff now.
Well, I am in a relationship, bro, but the book is essentially about tapping in to the masculine and feminine energy. Now, there are people who get real deep into that energy thing, and I don't, but there is some truth to that. We live in a different world where kind of everything's subjective, Today you could be a man, tomorrow you could be a girl, depending on, how you feel or whatever. And I'm not here to say that's right or wrong, but I do believe that as men, we have a certain vibe that we give off, a certain type of energy, certain
Matt,
type of. Go ahead, speak, bro.
no, you're right. I agree with that. I think, like you're saying, it's definitely a masculine energy. You know, a lot of times, um, you know, with me, I think it goes a lot more with our kids because, um, you know, I'm very strict. You know, I'm hard. You know, if the kids get hurt, I'm kind of more like, okay, dust yourself off, let's get up. You know, when it
Yeah,
comes to my girl, she's real protective. She'll grab them and you know what your mom would do. You know, grab you and make sure you're all right. You know, so. But and I think in this world we need both of that. You know, we need somebody to always show us they're gonna love us, but at the same time, we personally, I feel like we can't baby our youth. You know, because I think it makes people soft, and I think that what we need is to go through the hard times and have to dust yourself off, because if you don't go through that, then you're setting yourself up for failure in this life, always expecting somebody to take care of you when it's like, oh, you know what, I'm fine, I just need to get up and do my thing. But I mean,
yeah.
I'm not sure if that's exactly the conversation we were trying to have with the masculinity. You know what I'm saying? But I get where you're kind of going with it.
Yeah, yeah. So it's just like what you said, man. You're hard on your kids. Well, not hard in an abusive way, but when your son falls or when your daughter gets hurt, you try to encourage them to toughen up or whatever.
Yep. Yep.
That's the
Matt.
job of a man. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But your wife will come in and she will hug your son.
That's the
It's okay.
Yeah.
Try to baby him up, and like you said, both of those are necessary. A child needs both of those in life. It doesn't need two feminine, maybe not feminine, but two
Yeah.
nurturing type of parents, because that could throw things off long term,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I agree. I personally, I grew up, always learning everything the hard way, and I honestly don't feel like I had that, feminine side, where somebody would take you. It was always, figure it out, and it made me tough and super tough, So I mean, it's just sometimes you want that, and then I think that when you get into relationships, you search for that, you're like, oh, I want cuddles, so it just if you don't understand it, by the time you get into relationships, it could make you maybe clingy, or
Yep.
it's just a lot of things. I feel like it's all mitigating factors. That's why
Right.
it's everything that's since I've done martial arts, the one thing I've learned is everything needs to be balanced. If you're going into an MMA fight, you have to have stand up, you got to have ground, because if you don't have one or the other, then it's not going to work out. So it's
Yeah.
just everything in life. If you're having a bad day, it's up to you to change that around. You're having a bad day. What are you going to do to make it better? You got to balance everything out. You can
Right.
everything and just make it work. So everything needs balance. It doesn't matter if it's in a relationship, if it's in your personal life, or work, anything you're doing in life, is just find balance, because um it's the easiest way to live, because if you you
Yeah. No, no, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. I,
expecting all this.
I I should have warned you, bro, before we came on, man. I dropped a whole lot of philosophical deep stuff on you early in the morning. It's probably messing you up.
Good. No, we've been up for a little bit. It's actually my daughter's soccer game here in a while, and so we've been up in the morning. So I was good.
Awesome,
But
awesome, man. Awesome. No, well, since you got a game to get to, man, we'll move along. But I
we
do
good
want to.
already here. Let's
Oh,
keep talking.
okay. No doubt, no doubt. Back to the paragraph I read you, man. It says here, if a man prioritizes his relationship over his highest purpose, he weakens himself and disturbs the universe. and cheats this woman of an authentic man who can offer her full undivided presence. I guess my question to you, bro, uh, should your purpose come before your relationship? Like, what was your mindset going into marrying your wife? Were you training a whole lot? Did you have a lot of things going on? Did you put that on hold to tend to your soon to be wife? Like, how did that work out for you?
Yeah. Honestly, our story is different. It's a little unique. I guess in my sense, I had come off a bunch of stuff going on in my life, and I was just trying to get my life together. I had got back into training, and I was literally 100% dedicated. I was no drinking. Like, there's nothing negative in my life going on. No drinking, no drugs, no parties. If I did go out, it was always just to go out and probably be the DD. And
Hmm.
then I met my girl. I actually met her at a party, and she was drinking. She's having a good time, and we were hitting it off. Just hanging out, friends. We actually we're just friends for a long time, going hiking, doing stuff. And then we got to a point where we're always hanging out, and I was always like, hey, I'm going to go jiu-jitsu. You want to try it out? She's like, oh, I'll go look. And she actually came, tried it, and she liked it. And matter of fact, it was crazy because she was real hesitant about it. But she did it that first day, and she literally liked it so much that she signed up for a year. Like, that day she went, talked to the coach. She was like, hey, I love it, signed up. And then we just started going along with it. So I think, in a sense, you have to have your passion, because your passion is not just driving you, it's driving everything you do. It drives the person you are. If you're going through life without some kind of passion, you're kind of just stagnant. You're not offering those good vibes that people look for. You can walk around somebody and be like, oh, this dude got something going on. Like, you get vibes. And I feel like when you have a passion, you can rub that off on people, and then it eventually leads into bigger relationships. For example, with my girl, it was just hanging out. She saw that I was doing this, and she jumped into it. She loved it, and I think the passion drove her passion, because now she actually, and she enjoys jujitsu probably just as much or more than I do. We just got back. Was it like this last 2 weekends ago? We went and did the Grappling Industries tournament. She was the one that actually did the tournament. She hasn't competed since my kids, since we had our kids, and she was like, you know what, I need to want to compete. I mean, she's been talking about it, and she's, so I coached her. She did great. She got second place, and the passion has been driving there. And it made us stronger. It was something that, I guess in a lot of relationships, you'll have somebody who's really into something, somebody who's not. But even though you you might not have that passion, you feed off of their passion. Like, okay, they want to do something. Why can't I do something too? Something fun and something that's gonna keep me happy. So I don't know if that kind of question.
No, no, that's great, man. You basically were living out your purpose when you
Yes.
met your wife.
Yeah.
You were doing your passion, doing what you love to do, and that in one way or another attracted your wife to you. Because maybe you say you wasn't doing anything.
Yeah.
What would have drawn your wife to you? So what you were doing got your wife attracted to you, and now your wife is doing it too. So in a way, I guess inadvertently, you agree that your purpose maybe doesn't come before your relationships, but having a purpose can form relationships.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
So
I think
go ahead.
purpose in life. In life, if you're just kind of just flowing with the wind, which a lot of people do. I understand it works for them, but I feel like to be successful, you have to have some kind of goals, and those goals usually are not like, oh, they have to have some kind of passion behind it, or else why have those goals? And then obviously,
Right.
the passion, kind of drives you, it keeps you motivated to keep doing what you want to do. And then from there, it just attracts people around you. It really does, with the whole martial arts. When I started it, it attracted me into it, and then from there, I've been attracted to people. I've met people that I've probably built stronger relationships with because of my passion, and people that you don't talk to on a daily basis, but
Hmm.
you talk to them, you're like, oh, that's my people right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
it's like, I guess I can say in our sense, we don't talk every day. I follow you, and I think I jumped up on here. You were doing a lot of training stuff, and I was like, well, let me see what's up, and I was checking your stuff out, and I saw your podcast, and it just attracted
And
me.
boom.
And then from there, we like
Hmm.
talk all the time, but when I do talk to you, I'm just like, that's my dude right there. That's my boy. you know,
Yeah.
it builds something.
Yeah.
It's a different connection than somebody you just meet and say, oh, hey, oh, it's nice to meet you. You build when you build off your passions and your connections that come with them.
That's wonderful, man. And yeah, bro, and that's a great example. Not to make it all about me, but uh, posting, being active on social media, being outgoing, sharing your lifestyle with other people. That's what makes living to me. You know what I mean? When you got one man that's doing something, one man who's providing for his family, his wife, his children at soccer games, just doing things, and another guy like me who's in a relationship, not married, no children, but he still wants to connect. He still wants to build relationships. He still wants to do all these things, man. That positive energy just attracts different people, bro. And I think that's great that you were just doing your thing, man, and you met your wife, yo. That's a wonderful thing. A lot of men I see. Yeah, have you ever heard of the term simp?
No.
No, simp. Okay, a simp. How can I put this? A simp is a guy who kind of is a yes man to a lady, I guess. Someone who, if you're watching this, comment below what a simp is, if you're watching, so we could get a clarity on that. But a simp is someone who, I guess, a weak man who maybe he has a purpose in life, maybe he doesn't, but he's kind of like a woman pleaser or something, like always chasing or willing to pay for attention for a woman. Like have you heard of OnlyFans?
Yes.
Okay, people who, in my opinion, men who buy into OnlyFans are simps, in my opinion, because it's just like they're instead of just being a man and living out their purpose in their life. Hey, what's up, man? Okay, we got your son on the camera. All right, what's up, bro? Instead of being a man and living out your purpose in life and just naturally attracting women, naturally attracting like-minded people, you would rather go on and pay a monthly subscription to get attention from the opposite sex. That's simping to me. So like, man, I lost my whole point of that. But you basically just being, agree or disagree, just being who you are is you're going to attract your spouse or people that you need in life, just being who you are, correct?
Exactly. I think a lot of things what happens is you get a false sense of people when you fake it. You put up a front and oh, hey, I'll do whatever I have to do this, and then you get that, but that's not the person you are to get what you were looking for. And me personally, I'm not gonna I used to be a people pleaser. I used to always, I would do whatever I have to do to keep people happy. And at the end, you're not happy with yourself, and then eventually the relationships don't work out, or whatever you want to say. Um,
Right.
After, I was just like, it took so much energy that I was just, what, I need to do what I need to do, and if people like me for it, great. If people don't like me for being blunt or how I am, then then maybe they're not meant to be in my life. And
Right.
I mean, if you talk to me now, people know I'm super blunt. I'm like, if I tell how it is, and people love me for it. I have so much respect for it. People, love it, and other people are like, oh, and I'm just like, it's just, I think you need to just be yourself 100%. If you're not yourself, then who are you? You know what I mean? Like, who you
Right.
trying? So, yeah, you need to be yourself, be authentic to yourself.
Correct, man. That is correct. I got a few comments, Fernandez. Let me just see what they're talking about, if you don't mind, bro. Uh, he said, my man Jerry, he says takes on the easy route. I guess he's talking about the simps. They take the easy route, which I think is true. They have no backbone, which I think is true.
Yeah.
And a person who's not happy with themselves. Be honest. So yeah, all that is simping behavior, man. And yeah, like you said, Fernandez, we got to be ourselves. I have a question for you though, bro. Let me see if I can find it. All right, I'm gonna read you this paragraph real quick, man.
All right.
It says your mission is your priority. Unless you know your mission and have aligned your life to it, your core will feel empty. Your presence in the world will be weakened, as will your presence with your intimate partner. The next time you notice yourself giving in to your woman, postponing your mission, and denying your true purpose in order to spend time with her, stop. Tell your woman that you love her, but you cannot deny your heart's purpose. Tell her that you will spend 30 minutes or some specific time with her in absolute attention and total presence, but then you must return to carry on your mission. Do you agree with that? What are your thoughts on that?
Honestly, I would say I do agree with that. I think, it goes back into the thing. If you're not doing what you love to do and you're postponing it, like, don't get me wrong, like, I know people are probably thinking like, nah, that's messed up. But personally, I feel like going on, you need to pursue it. If you have your woman and your woman, she wants to do something, there's always a time and place that, that's why we do schedules, like let's do this and then we'll do you too,
Right.
but like it goes down that road is if you're not happy, how are you gonna, it's gonna cause friction in a relationship, and then that means, like, oh, I have to stop doing, because I've been in relationships where people have told me like, oh, I don't like you fighting, you get hurt, or it just, people are concerned, and there was a time where I actually, said, maybe I shouldn't do this anymore, and I was miserable, um, but my thing is, my where I'm at now is I do my thing, and my girl pushes me. I'm like, I want to fight, I want to train, I want to do this, and she's there, and she understands. When I had my last fight, my fight camp, I spent so much time. I like a tremendous amount of time training. It was literally like 2-3 times a day. We had our kids, and it was hard. I know it's hard on her, but when that time came up, she understood, and she said, "Hey, I understand you got to do this. This is something you want to do. This is what what you're about." And then we made time on the side to do what we had to do for our relationship. And
Let me ask you something real quick. Did she say, okay, say your wife wanted you to stop fighting and you did. What do you think? Do you think she would change? That would change how she felt about you if you would quit fighting for her?
well, see, the thing is, so I think it's hard to say, but what I'm saying is like, so with, for example, like, my girl now, we've been together for since I mean, we met since I was training and fighting, doing all my thing, and I think
Right.
that something about that attracted her to me. It doesn't matter if it added to my personality or any of my something added to me. So if I stop doing that, then I'm taking the one thing that kind of, it kind of fed that fuel, and then so you're kind of just like, where's that fire at? You used to have a fire. Where's it at? And then maybe it just leads down to like, oh, it's not working out, or, it's just, I think that, that's why you have to be yourself in the beginning, because if you stop doing what you want to do, then, you can't please yourself, and you can't please anybody else if you're not happy. So I,
Right.
you know, I think you need to make time for your passions in life, just like your family, and then just like like how we do. You know, I just got lucky enough that my girl fell in love with what I do. Yeah, I don't probably see her doing MMA down the road anytime, but when it comes to other things, like, it's really fed. We just got to play. And first thing, we got a bigger place for our bigger family now, and we had an empty garage. And what do you do with the garage? A lot of people say, oh, you put your car in there. Some people want to build a shop, because I got my business. But first thing I told, hey girl, like,
Put some mats in there.
we gonna put a gym in there. She's like, yeah, you know. So the thing is, we feed off each other, and I got lucky enough to meet somebody that that fed off my energy, and we're just moving forward with it. Like, it's been a super blessing, and I hope people can find that, but at the end of the day, you got to look too is if you're in a relationship and you're not happy with the person that you can't keep them happy. So maybe you need to find maybe you need to like kind of keep looking. Sometimes a lot of people jump
Yeah.
in relationships because they think, oh, this is the person I want to be with. This is what attracts me to this person, but it shouldn't be looks. It's in the heart. It's and then the heart kind of leads the right road, and that's where all the passion, everything else needs to come from.
But a man shouldn't abandon his purpose. What he feel like his purpose, your purpose in life. Let's just say, I don't know what it is, but let's just say it's fighting. That's your purpose. A man should not put his purpose on hold for his wife.
I think on long term wise, no. I think I understand that yeah, I just did a fight. Let's take some time off to go do. But in the long run, if you do that, I feel like you're gonna regret a lot of things. And life is not about sitting here like, oh, I wish I would have done this. I wish I would have. I think you shouldn't put it on hold. I think you shouldn't stop your passion. Your passion is what drives you. Passion is what makes you who you are, and unfortunately, sometimes you might not be that great at your passion, but that's what's keeping you happy.
Right.
I'm not in the UFC. I'm not the biggest name around, but I love what I do. When it comes to training or fighting, I love what I do, and people know it. And so when I got fights coming up, people want to come and watch because they know that that's what I want to do, and that's what my life is about, And
Right.
and I think that that's what's important is your passion, family, and then if you can mix it all together, you're set.
Right. That's good stuff, man. Thank you for that, bro. I ain't gonna hold you too much longer. Just want to read through the comments real quick. Go ahead. What you about to say?
I was just since we're here, I figured since we talking about women, I figured I'd just send a little shout out to my girl right here. She just got
Okay. Hello.
Hey.
Hello. How you doing? I hear we're over here having a deep conversation about relationships,
I hear
and
that.
it's ironic that you are here for that. That's awesome. Awesome. Well, good to meet you. Good to meet you, and your son.
Thank you.
Well, I heard you have a daughter too, right? Is the daughter there
She's with grandma right now.
with grandma? Okay, great. I'm gonna have to. Hey, add me on Instagram so I can interview you next time, and we can have a reverse conversation. But good to meet you.
Same here.
That's awesome, man. Thank you for showing me your wife, bro. That was great stuff, man. Just a few more things, but I had one more question in here for you, dog. Okay, well, let me read this last paragraph to you, Fernandez.
Yeah.
It says, your woman will be more fulfilled with 30 minutes a day of undivided attention and ravishing love than she will with a few hours of your weak and divided presence when your heart really isn't into it. Time you spend with your woman should be the time you really want to be with her more than anything else. If you rather be doing something else, she'll feel it and you both will be dissatisfied. That's pretty much a no-brainer, but what are your thoughts on that?
No, I know, there's, and I say this because it's funny that you say that because I've had moments where like, she'll want to go do something and I'm totally like, I'm not feeling it, don't want to do it. And I'll go and do it, out of respect. I'm like, yeah, let's go do it, but the vibe you give off when you're there is not the same compared to times when you guys are both into something, you just feed off of each other's energy, and I feel like that's very important that when, it's just like, for example, like my girl, she puts a lot of time aside for all this. So I really
Mm-hmm.
appreciate it enough to where when she says, hey, like before I was real selfish, I guess, so I'll do it, but I didn't want to do it. And so I would kind of be like on autopilot, leave my myself at home, and my body would be there, you know. Um,
Right.
and then after so much that we've been through, I started realizing the sacrifices that she's done for me, and I got to a point where, like, you know what, like, why I can, you know, find passion in what she wants to do, and go with it, you know. So there's times she would want to do something, I'd go and do it with her, and then I would, you know, kind of analyze, be like, okay, you know, there's a reason why she likes this. It's not about me. And so I looked into it. I'm like, okay, you know, this is actually not that bad. And then you start liking those things, you know, and then you kind of build off of that, you know. So I think, you know, it just comes in that thing as males, you know, we just, you know, we kind of look out for ourselves a little bit, you know, and then
Yeah.
we don't analyze the emotional part of things. And you get to a point in your life, you kind of start analyzing a little bit more, and then you can think, you know, like, oh, I could have liked this before, you know, like, you know, why didn't I ever try this before? So I guess.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. I know I feel a victim of that. I've been in relationships in the past. I mean, even in the relationship I'm in now, she may want to go somewhere that I just have no interest in going. But you know, you love her, and you know, in this case, this is your wife, so you two are one, and you have to share this. You should share that time with her, man. But it's not the same when you obviously don't want to be there, and you know, and vice versa. Maybe you want to take her somewhere and she doesn't want to be there. It's obviously not the same type of vibe. So I guess what the book is trying to hint at in this chapter is we need to prioritize our time, have our purpose, and work on that. But then we still need to make sure that we cater to the
Yeah, of
loved ones in our life. You know, so
course.
our purpose can't be our end all be all thing. You know, there are other things that we have to
Yeah.
mold into our life, and that's what I personally struggle with, bro. Is finding time to put all the pieces together, man. You seem like a guy who not a guy that has it all together, but seem like you're dealing with time management pretty well. Would you say you are,
Well,
or
it's hard, you know. There's so much going on in our lives that I literally every day you wake up, and you know, you might have a schedule, but it never works out. You know, it's one of those things that you just have to roll with the punches, go with everything that's going on, with every, you know, um, because I definitely don't have it together. You know, we have so much going on that, you know, but the thing is, I think the biggest thing is that, when you find you know, I'm so passionate about it, and in this thing, the passion too. So it says, you know, I might have a passion in MMA sports or do all these other things, but I think it starts going into what you want to get deep and say, the big passion in life. You know, what's your biggest passions in life is to succeed. You know, to succeed, to thrive. You know, and so all my little passions start feeding my big passion, and at the end, you know, I don't want to get up and do this project. I don't want to get up and go to work, but I'm like, you know what? But I want to succeed. We want to have nice cars. We want to have a nice place. We don't want to be struggling, and so
right?
just make it all happen. You know, you got to put it together. And some days you might not get it all together, but you know, you got the next day. You know, you like, you know what? You know, tomorrow we're just gonna give it all we got again and keep going with it. You know, it's hard.
Awesome, man. Awesome, man. But you're doing it, man, and I can tell your wife looks happy, your children looks happy, or your child looks happy, and everything looks good over there, bro. So I'm praying that keeps going forward for you, bro.
Appreciate it.
I just wanna, no problem. I just want to read through a few of the comments to see what we got. I know I asked a while ago
Yeah.
about what a simp was, and I got a few comments on that. Let me see what this guy said. Someone said a simp is a ninja who is willing to do anything for someone who doesn't give a F about that other person. That's probably the best to sum it up what a simp is. These men are out here, bro, paying thousands of dollars just to see a woman partially naked. And I'm sorry not to speak this way in front of your son, but
Oh, he's not.
to be like partially, not even full naked, man. And they're paying thousands of dollars just to view that, man, to feel that type of connection. It's so sad because we as men, I believe, are not supposed to be that type of way. You know, people in general, but specifically men, because we have going back to that masculine energy. We don't do that. You know what I mean? We are about our purpose. We're about family. We're about supporting. But that type of behavior, man, it just saddens me, bro. And it really saddens me because I used to be that type of guy. Not that I was paying all this money for that, but you know, just sucking up to people, being a yes man. I think you said you was a people pleaser, yes man. And maybe it's just a phase that men go through, and that they just got to grow out. But man, there are people out there older than us who are still in that type of mindset, bro. And it's just really sad, man. Any thoughts on that, bro?
Yeah, no, I mean, I agree with it. I think, you know, I personally do. I mean, at least on mine, I feel like it was definitely a phase, you know, because I mean, to be straight honest, I would do whatever I had to do. You know, hey, I like that girl. Let me do whatever I got to do to, you know, try to get with her.
Just try to get her.
So it was a phase, but then after a while, you get bored of it. You know, it becomes repetition, and at the end of the day, you already know what's at the end of the rainbow. You know, it's all the same. It doesn't matter who you're with. And I'm like, you know, so why not find a deeper connection? You know, because now like the connection I got with my girl is deep, is different. You know, they're
Right.
It's not, you know, it's not about sex. It's not about any of that. It's about like, oh, you know, what are we gonna do from here on out? You know, like we have so many plans, and it's things that like we do together, and we have fun with it. For example, like I think we're going to Mexico, you know, this next weekend, and then, you know, we're gonna be going to Cancun here in September, and I'm
That's
like
awesome.
I could be spending time doing stuff like this. That'd be fun. Or if it was me, you know, 15 years ago, should I be spending all my money, you know, oh, let's go to the club, let me get bottle service for all of these people, and then at the end of the day, who's there at the end of the night, you know?
Nobody. Right. Nobody. Excellent, man. Excellent stuff right there, bro. Someone said that in relationships, we need to support each other's goals. I agree with that. And yeah, it looks like win or lose, your happiness is win. Not sure what he was trying to say with that. Such a good one. We can find passion in each other's passions. I think that's something that you said. Passion isn't just for man. For a man, your wife or your spouse could have passion as well. And if your passion can feed off each other's passion, that could just do nothing but, to me, build your relationship. So
yeah, and my biggest thing is a lot of times, you know, I don't know, people mistaken like, oh, well, that's not my passion. Well, it doesn't have to be your passion, but I think that the vibes you give off, they you know, they kind of brighten somebody else and say, oh, you know, well, I want to do something, and then they'll find something that maybe they've always wanted to try, and then they, you know, it builds their passion. So, you know, it's kind of down that road of, you know, kind of be a light in the world. You know, I feel like with, you know, personally, I feel like the world we live in has a lot of darkness in it, and I feel like it takes, you know, one light. You know, it doesn't matter if it's one light to brighten up and it illuminates other lights. You know what I mean? So we just got to be that change that we want to see in the world. You know, and if it's your passion, just somebody seeing a smile on your face that you're doing something great, it feeds people and says, oh, you know what, he must be doing something. Let's see. And you know, you that's what the attraction comes into play. You attract those people, and then, you know, you might just, you know, give somebody passion for what they want to do. So, you know, I think it's an amazing thing. You know, it's just being positive. It's just trying to be a good person is the most important thing in life. Being a good person, the best way you can, you know, because we're not perfect. I'm far from perfect, you know.
Right.
But when I wake up every day, I literally will look at people, and then if I see somebody that's, you know, having a bad day, I'll, you know, at least, hey, you know, have a great day. Even sometimes a hug, you know, people don't look at me and think I'm a hugger, you know, but I love it because you don't know what somebody's going through, And
Dope, man.
simple gesture can change somebody's outlook on that day. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's passionate up.
Hey, passionate it up. That's the phrase for today, y'all. Passionate it up. Remember that. Passionate it up, bro. Amen to all what you said, man. I like to read the Bible a lot, and one of the main things that Jesus says in the Bible is to be a light in the whole world, man. So that sums up all what we're talking about today. No matter what your purpose is, no matter who you married to, be a light, and that being a light is going to attract more light, if that makes sense. But Fernandez, bro, thank you, man, for sharing your knowledge, man, and jumping on short notice. You were just like, hey, I'm gonna jump on,
Yeah.
and I think we had a real fruitful conversation, man, and I think it's gonna. I see in the comments people are liking it. We got a lot of engagement on this conversation, so. And it wouldn't have been possible without you, man. So thank you, man.
Yeah, of course, and thank you. My biggest thing to you is like, it's been a good minute since I've seen your stuff, but I've been following you, and I think what you're doing is amazing. It's great. So keep doing it. Keep the training going. We need to get you.
Yeah, man.
When you compete, and we need to get you in.
There's a tournament actually in July next month.
Yeah.
And I think it's in Denver.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna try it out, man. I'm nervous I got 2 stripes now. I don't know if you know that. I got 2 stripes.
Yeah. Well, that's my thing is it's like I tell all my students, because I teach one of the jiu-jitsu classes here, and you got to get in there and do it, because all that nervousness, it's something that never leaves. It's even there, but
Yeah.
at the end of the day, once you do it, you're gonna realize so much about yourself. And it's just one thing I've learned is when I compete. Before I started competing, I was training for a long time, and I was I was always scared to lose or what. Just you never know. But when I went in there, it was probably one of the biggest and like the positive moments of my life. And you're doing a great job in there. I've been following you. I know you're gonna be great. I don't even know what you are. You're gonna get belted up soon if you go in there. Beat everybody.
Right, man, right. It's been a hard road, bro.
Yeah.
And I've only been doing this for a year, but bro, jiu-jitsu, it's tough, man. It's really tough, bro. Every day.
Yeah.
Every day is tough.
Yeah, for sure. But keep it up. With my biggest thing on that is you're committed to it. You look like you got passion.
Right.
That's what we're talking about. And
Right.
At the end, what's the end purpose of the training? Is it just to train? Because I'm pretty sure that training, you're looking like, I can do something with this.
Right, man. And I guess the end game for me the obvious end game will be to be a black belt one day, eventually down the road, So, but in the meantime, just learning how to efficiently defend myself and stay in shape right now is just the short-term goal. But yeah, eventually I would like to, be blue belt, brown, black, and maybe, I don't know, maybe end up teaching it. I guess I kind of already teach it now, just messing around with my girl, just showing her stuff. So it's a wonderful thing, man. Bro, man, thank you again, man. And thank you everyone in the comments, everyone who watched. This is your boy Dance the King Fernandez. Let people know how they can follow you and get in touch with you.
All right. Samuel Fernandez. I'm not really sure what my Instagram is. I think it's about 970 Fernandez. But I got a lot of people on here. If anything, I'll be going through the comments and I'll go through the comments and just kind of chat with people sometimes, and then anyways, so I appreciate everybody. This is your man right here. Keep showing them love. Keep doing your thing, brother.
Thank you, man. And this is your boy Dance the King. Follow me on Instagram, Dance the King. Subscribe to my Fernandez, subscribe to my YouTube channel, bro. I'm sending you the link to subscribe to that.
Yes, please.
That's where I'm gonna post this on, so you can watch it again. But bro, man, God bless you, man, God bless your wife and your family, bro.
Yes, sir. We'll talk soon.
I'll talk to you soon, man. Peace.